Welcome to Charts Today. My name is David Linton, and today's edition for Friday, the 30th of September, comes to you from Dubai. I'm here seeing clients today before heading off to Southeast Asia and then on to Melbourne for the IFTA conference, the International Federation of Technical Analysts. So S&P 500 index down 2% last night, so that's the big news. And that actually, we did see new sort of 2-year lows there, so back to levels that we didn't see since the beginning of 21. So, and the quick way to know that is just to go and put the auto resistance levels on, and it finds the high and the low, and that low yesterday is just a little bit lower than there. So we know that we made a new low there, and of course we are below the cloud, and the lower low is significant. So markets now looking like they will fall away even further, which we've been saying for some time, of course. The dollar is actually falling back, which is giving currencies like the euro and sterling some respite, some much needed respite. And we see here we're just falling back the last couple of days. So that means that the euro is sitting back at 98 cents. We'll probably struggle to get back above parity. Sterling is back sort of at the 112 level. So we are actually back to the levels that we saw when the budget was announced last Friday. So quite interesting that has been retraced. Of course, a lot of damage is done in terms of the trend. And this by no means is the run on sterling over. We've got these long-term targets hanging over us, but interestingly, we have managed to claw back. And against the euro, we're sitting at 113.61, looking a bit stronger there as well. Bitcoin sitting at 19,500, so struggling to get back above that 20,000 level, and the S&P 500 index, as we mentioned, down 2%. The Nasdaq also making a lower low, and again, just actually not quite lower than that June level, but really below the cloud and not looking great. The futures are actually up this morning, up 0.75%, both on the E-mini and on the Nasdaq. The VIX volatility is still above 30, so we are still fearful. The FTSE future is up 1%, and the DAX in Germany is up 1.2%, but it doesn't change the picture here in terms of the trend. So that's really key as well. Looking at Asia, bit of a mixed picture. We had Japan down. The yen is still looking very weak there. We had Japan lower. The Hang Seng also is actually bounced a little bit. China was down 0.5%, and India was up nearly 2%. Is that enough to activate that 1% upside target? No, we've got to really break 60,000 quite convincingly to do that. So no moves there. The Aussie market was down 1.2%. Australian dollar was also hit a little bit, noticing that against the US there. And if we look at the energy mix, we'll look at in a minute. Looking at some of the soft commodities, wheat up another 1%, just starting to move back towards going back above the cloud. Long-term trends of commodities are still very much there. Gold sitting at 1672. If we look at US 10-year yields, 3.7%. That's really interesting. We've pulled back, and that's going to give us a new target, 9% interest rates. That's what we're seeing on the targets. So can't ignore that. We might pull back to around 3.5% first, but that has locked that column. On the 30-year yield, we have also locked that column, which will also give us another target. And in fact, we can just put that on, and here is 6.4%, so not as dramatic. Apple is the one to watch, of course. This 130 level is the scary level for Apple. That would be a new lower low, so below the June low. So that's obviously the big stock. That's the one to watch. Looking at the energy mix now, they've got Brent crude up 1.2% this morning, bullish above the 60-minute cloud, so looking better there. Upside targets, WTI, similar picture, of course. US nat gas sitting just below $7. And we've got emissions up 0.5%, but looking like they're just breaking lower all the time. That 65 level not quite holding. We're back above it now, but 64 is the next level there. We've got gas prices down significantly today. We've got TTF down, and looking at German power, we are on the Cal 464, starting to really show below that 500 level, bearish below the cloud. 459 was the downside target. That was given back at around 500. That was met. We do have these downside targets hanging over, so German pound now starting to look a lot weaker. That's it for today. Until Monday. Monday I'll be in Bangkok. Until then, happy charting. Have a great weekend.